I think condos get a bad rep, and I think they should get more consideration. So I'm going to go over 4 reasons why I think condos are a good idea. In my opinion, condos make sense for kind of 2 populations mostly. Either people that are renting currently and want to own something, or people that own something bigger and want to own something more manageable. The first thing I'm going to get into is cost. The cost of a condo is typically cheaper than that of a single family home. Yes, there's HOAs, which we'll get into in a minute, but generally you can buy a condo of substantial size for less than you would be able to buy a single family home for. That goes generally, and it leads me into point number 2, which is about geography. Condos are typically in high value lifestyle areas. You don't often find condo buildings in the middle of nowhere like you may find a house. With that comes the ability to have a lifestyle in an area that you may not otherwise be able to afford a single family home in. In Los Angeles, we have Beverly Hills, and we have Santa Monica, Brentwood, Pacific Palisades. These are all incredibly expensive areas to buy single family homes in. But you can buy a condo for a fraction of what you could buy a home in these areas for, and you get all of the external lifestyle amenities of living in these incredible places. So I think that that's a huge benefit for condos if you really want to tailor your living situation around your external lifestyle. With that, and speaking to lifestyle, a lot of condo buildings are equipped with incredible amenities. You have pools and spas and barbecue sections, and a lot of them are putting in pet-focused amenities, whatever it may be. You're buying into these. And to the lifestyle topic, it's a balance. It's a balance between what you want your life to be outside your home and within your home. And with these amenities, you're paying into an HOA that covers these amenities as well as covers some maintenance, but we're going to talk about the amenities for a minute. The building I used to live in downtown LA had an incredible gym. Well, I don't live in downtown LA anymore. I live in a single family home, and so I need a gym. I prefer to go to Equinox. It cost me about $270 a month. But when I lived downtown, I had such an incredible gym, I didn't need Equinox. And so paying the HOA was offset by the fact that I wasn't paying $270 for Equinox. So I always like to talk to folks about what lifestyle amenities they have, they need, they want, and see if there are buildings that fit some of those lifestyle pieces where paying into that HOA would be offset by not paying into a gym membership or a social club or whatever else, the thing on the outside is. So I think that that's a tremendous piece to consider when looking at these buildings, that yes, you may have this HOA fee, but you're gaining some lifestyle amenities that you may be able to offset cost with elsewhere. Speaking of HOA, maintenance. Buying a home, single family home, condo, townhouse, whatever it may be, being a homeowner in general comes with maintenance. And something that should not be taken lightly is that in a condo building, a lot of the bigger systems and structural things may fall under the responsibility of the building. So if you have a top floor condo and your roof leaks, if that was a single family home, you're on the hook for the cost of the repair, finding the repair person, and getting all the work done. But if you're in a condo building, your HOA payment is going into a maintenance fee and a bank account that's going in to fix these sorts of things. So from a peace of mind element, especially for a first-time buyer or someone that's downsizing, I think a condo is an incredible opportunity to take that maintenance burden off of your plate. It's also something that when you're looking at a condo, we spend extra time and care and attention to. What reserves does the building have? What's the management policy? How is the building run? Do they have any assessments pending? Were there any assessments? From a first-time home buyer and a downsizer's perspective, that means that your living situation is a little easier. There's lower mental energy spent on, oh no, what happens if? So I think from a condo perspective, this is a big win. Homeownership is expensive, and a lot of times these things, maintenance issues are offset by the HOA. So another piece that personally growing up in condo buildings that I really liked, and is something that, unfortunately we talk about in California quite a bit, is security. But a lot of these buildings have either digital security or personal security you are paying for, but gives you an extra added peace of mind. A lot of folks like having the peace of mind of a guard gated building or a concierge or a doorman there to help help for security purposes or whatever it is. A lot of times those security guards will double as concierge, as I mentioned, help you with package delivery or whatever the case may be. You are paying for it. That one is, kind of an asterisk for me, whether or not you need it, want it, or willing to pay for it. But it can't go unsaid that there is at least a small step further on the security meter in a condo building than there may be on a single family residence. Bonus point. This has to do with the risk, financially speaking, of a condo versus a single family home in fluctuating markets and volatile markets. As I mentioned earlier, the value of your home is based on the sale of your neighbors. And so in a single family neighborhood, your neighbors could have all sorts of crazy houses, could have built it way up, could have ADUs, could have, 2 or 3 times as much square footage, a pool, all these crazy fun facets and fancy, luxurious items that you may not. You reap the benefit of that, but you're not going to get the full sale price that they will. And equally, when the market goes down and homes are losing value, you don't understand or know necessarily your neighbor's situation, and they may sell their house for half of what it's worth because they have to, and that's going to affect your house. Even if they're different statistically from bedroom, bathroom count, and square footage. In a condo building, there are a certain number of floor plans, there are a certain number of units, and they are all statistically similar. And so outside of people making renovations, which have a value potential cap on them, your neighbors and the 4 walls of the building at large set a sort of benchmark for what a home can be valued at in that building. So it takes a bit of the volatility from the external market out, or at least kind of tampers it down a bit. The other side of that is that you don't get the hockey stick, up and to the right appreciation of a booming market. But if you're looking for a little more peace of mind, like we mentioned in the maintenance topic, from a financial perspective, you're going to gain equity and appreciation as time goes on. Just generally, it's not as high as it would be or fast as it would be or could be in a single family home, but it's there, it's steady, and it will help you. There are a million more questions that exist and topics that we can talk about. I would love to know, have you considered a condo? Would you consider a condo? Are you looking right now? Are you looking to sell a condo? Whatever it may be. I'm curious about this condo conversation. I've been so focused on single family. I really think that condos are going to have a moment in the next few months. I would love to hear from you. Please drop a comment so we can have that conversation. If you found the video entertaining, educational, useful, please a thumbs up would be great. And I would love you to go and subscribe to the channel so that we can talk more about real estate and helping you buy, sell, transact, whatever it is, any questions you have, I am here to answer them.